Welcome back to the vlog. We're getting right into it. We're about to jump into a call with a VC from New York City. We have a really exciting week this week that we'll get into later on. Hope you guys enjoy.
Left all this behind to be with someone else. So why should I fake it anymore? If I
didn't record too much, but we just
can you take it anymore? This time I have left and I'll be wasted anymore. You realize it now when you miss it. Let's go green, it's a little different now.
application forms that you have to.
So this week we finished.
Today's actually Tuesday, guys. How are you? Okay, just had a call with that VC, went really well. It was such a different style of conversation. I think this person really cared a lot more about the person I am and just deep diving into my childhood, my motivations and things like that. So super different. Today's a pretty exciting day. We posted a job posting on WaterlooWorks. So WaterlooWorks is the internal job board for the University of Waterloo.
So for our first hire, our first internship hire, we're looking for like a software engineer, but that doesn't limit it to just software. Mostly software in the terms of the full stack application, the mobile application, desktop applications that we're building. But there's also so much more that we've been proposed in terms of what features people want added. And that includes hardware integration with cameras and stuff like that. So we're basically looking for someone who's just very interested in the startup space. And that means taking meetings with clients and stakeholders as well. And also very passionate about the tech side, so the software development side. And if you want hardware experience or you have great ideas on that side, that's a plus. But for now, we're looking for mainly a full stack software engineer, I'd say.
Yeah, I think for two different reasons, it's a really great opportunity, and that's not just extremely biased, but the first reason is, I think back when I was a student and I was trying to search for jobs, I wanted an internship where I would have real ownership in a project. Like I said, you don't just want the busy work. You want something that you're able to, make stand out on your resume and talk about in future interviews. And genuinely, every single project that we would have lined up for this candidate would be one of those projects. So by the time you finish your 4 months here, you might have more than all the different experiences that you've had on your resume worth of quality experience. I think the second reason why this is a really interesting opportunity is that you'll be working here in the same room with Afraz and I. Like, you're going to have access to all the different types of meetings and opportunities that we have access to. So you'll really be behind the scenes at an early startup. And something that we put in the job posting is that if you have your own startup ideas, your own dreams for entrepreneurship, we would treat that as bonus points. And I think you would get a lot of valuable experience working with us over your 4 months, not just on the technical side, but seeing what an early stage startup looks like and learning from Afraz and I. The other thing was, it's a big pro if you have your own personal brand you're posting on LinkedIn or trying to build a following on Instagram or YouTube and things like that. If you have any questions for us, you can reach out through Instagram in our description. If you have any questions ahead of the interview selections and then rankings, you can feel free to reach out. We're going to document this entire process of what it's like to read through resumes, interview people, and then make that selection. WaterlooWorks isn't like a typical hiring board. If you go to Waterloo, you would know about the ranking system and things like that and how you're not necessarily guaranteed to get your top choice, but we're excited to be on the other side of this. After interviewing so many times through WaterlooWorks, it's pretty cool, and we'll take you guys along through all of it. Okay, couldn't record too much, but we just finished our onboarding here at Velocity. Pretty cool. We do have designated desk space for most weeks of the program, most weeks of the 4-month program. I'll be just driving here on Thursdays where they have open office hours with some of the coaches. What's your impressions?
So far, so good. They have some good resources for things like Shred that we've been talking about. So we're definitely going to leverage that.
It's coming up on 3 p.m. We're about to jump into another intro call with a VC, this time from SF. Hey. It's Wednesday now. As part of the Velocity onboarding, we actually have to go do this hour-and-a-half deep dive with some of the coaches. There's a few application forms that you have to do for them to get to know you, and then you do an interview with the coaches as well. Now that we're onboarding, we have to do this hour-and-a-half deep dive meeting where they get to learn more about our business and then how specifically they can help throughout this 4-month program. It's about 1:30. That meeting is at 3, so off to Waterloo.
Yeah, we just want to know where you're at, meet you where you're at.
So this week we finished the authentication update. So that means allowing multiple tenants to exist within our system without data leakage and like isolating their data. And then we moved on to the returns module. So syncing that with sales channels. When a customer does a return, generating the label, and then kind of restocking inventory if it's good. If it's not good, then putting in a quarantine bin and finding a way to dispose of it, however the warehouse associate chooses. We are currently working on a UI overhaul, so Leon's been helping out building some of the features. So he'll talk more about that maybe. But yeah, we're trying to get some finishing touches on the UI of the application and kind of make it more standardized throughout the pages, because right now, depending on how we were feeling when we were building that module, it looks a little bit different. So standardizing a design system and getting that locked in is our next goal.
Back in the office now after Waterloo. I think the meeting went really well. It was a good opportunity to tell the coaches kind of what we've been working on and where we currently are. And then we chose some milestones for the first 4 months of the program. You guys are going to see Waterloo a little bit more often, going to be there every single Thursday for the weekly programming. I'm super excited about it, and I think it's going to really help out, especially as we start to fill up the pipeline again. Like Avraz was saying, working on some UI and workflow things right now. Pretty excited. I think the app as a whole, between what Avraz and I have been doing, looks a lot different than what it had looked like last week. And I think in next week's video, we're going to put it back to the test again as we start onboarding more clients. We've been working with some Shopify integration things to make sure that we're able to connect to storefronts directly, which is still in the works. You would have heard in a previous video that we had created a workaround for that problem. I think we found a way to just do it directly now, which is really good news. So I think Avra is going to work on that, and I think in next week's video, it's going to be a lot more of working in the warehouse, which I'm excited about. Working on some design system things right now. Going to see where I can leave things off, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, that's going to be the end of the video. Today's actually Tuesday. I didn't get a chance to film this outro, but over the weekend, our initial WaterlooWorks job posting went live. I was kind of stressed out over the weekend because I kept refreshing WaterlooWorks, and then it kept on saying that the number of applicants was 0. But then I had someone reach out to me on LinkedIn letting me know that he applied and he's interested. And it actually sounds like he has a good set of experience that would work well with us. He let me know that he applied and that number is still 0. So I think we just have to wait until the last day, which is, I think, May 19th, for us to start looking at all the applications. Avraz was saying actually that some of the most popular jobs from American companies have upwards of 500 applications. So we'll have to see how many people apply to our job. And I don't know if it's a good thing if it's a lot or fewer people. So when this video goes live, you probably will have either a full day or less than a full day to apply to this job. I'll put the job posting somewhere on the screen here. Like I said in the last video, these first few internship positions are going to be mainly on WaterlooWorks. Thanks again for everyone who did reach out offering to help out. We're really looking forward to showing you guys behind the scenes of what it's like hiring interns, and especially for people coming from Waterloo, what the other side of the process looks like, because it's going to be our first time doing it as well. If you guys made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe, drop a comment down below if you want to see anything else in these videos. If you have any questions for Afraz and I, and we'll be sure to answer it or include some of those suggestions in a future video. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Wait, you talk and I'll try to mouth what you're saying. Okay? Go.
Welcome back to the vlog, guys.